Julie Ryan, noted psychic and medical intuitive, is ready to answer your personal questions, even those you never knew you could ask. For more than 25 years, as she developed and refined her intuitive skills, Julie used her knowledge as a successful inventor and businesswoman to help others. Now, she wants to help you to grow, heal, and get the answers you've been longing to hear. Do you have a question for someone who's transitioned? Do you have a medical issue? What about your pet's health or behavior? Perhaps you have a loved one who's close to death and you'd like to know what's happening. Are you on the path to fulfill your life's purpose? No matter where you are in the world, take a journey to the other side and ask Julie Ryan.
Welcome to the Ask Julie Ryan Show. I'm Julie, your host, and I'm so delighted you could join us this week. My intention in doing this show is to provide information, insight, and comfort to people all around the world by helping to answer life's unanswerable questions. We have a whole bunch of callers on hold, and we will get to them in just a minute. In the meantime, I have an update for you. Some of you may know I've been posting on social media that I'm building a recording studio. And it's in my son Jonathan's secret room. And the story behind that is when we were building this house, he was 7. And we said, honey, is there anything that you'd like in your new house? And he said, yeah, I'd like a secret room. And we said, well, what's that mean? And he said, well, I'd like a bookcase that opens and have a secret room behind it. And I said, well, where did you get that idea? And he said, I saw it on Scooby-Doo. So 21 years later, I am turning Jonathan's secret room into a recording studio. And I had electricians here all day today, and the foam is going in tomorrow, and all the equipment's been ordered. So stay tuned. I will post things as they materialize, but it's really fun. So I will be broadcasting from a secret room here shortly, which is kind of fun. Just wanted to update you on that. All right, let's go to the phones and see who we have tonight. I believe our first caller is Agata. Hi, Agata.
Oh my gosh, how wow, I got through.
How are you, my girl?
I'm good. Wish I could say I'm perfect, but I'm not.
Oh, what's going on?
I'm so excited to hear you, and you're the best and most amazing lady.
Oh, I promise I didn't pay her to say any of that, you guys. What'd you say?
Just in case someone didn't notice yet, your wonderful energy.
Oh, thanks. Please tell everybody where you're calling in from.
So I'm calling from New York City.
Yeah, how are things?
The hot, overheated New York City.
Mm-hmm.
Summertime.
Yeah. Oh. Well, it is August.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're good. We're good. We're still alive, so it's great.
Oh, jeez.
Look on the bright side.
Yeah. Well, you got a question for me?
Yes, my dear. So, I've been waking up. It's been over a month, almost 2 months, with this really stiffness in my hands and my joints, and it just feels gummy, as if it's almost like it's hard for me to open the hand, especially left hand, but both. And during the day, there's no pain, but it's very like tingly and weird. So if you could maybe look into it, it kind of scared me because I work with my hands a lot.
Yeah,
that's basically what I do here now.
Okay. All right. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to raise my vibrational level to the level of spirit, because we're all spirits attached to a body having a human experience. And when we're attached to a body, we vibrate more slowly just because the body has mass. So I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to watch a laser beam come from my body here in Birmingham, Alabama, and it's going to hook into you in New York City. And then I'm going to have a hologram of you in my mind's eye, Agata. And then I'm going to envision shooting energy from your feet up through the top of your head. And it will be as if I'm looking at an X-ray or a CT scan or an MRI. So something will be identified, and then immediately thereafter there will be some type of energetic healing that will begin. So I'm going to describe that too. And the reason why I describe this stuff in so much detail is because if you can envision in your own mind, Agata, what I'm seeing, it's going to help implement the healing into your body. Okay, so here we go. Here comes my laser beam from Sweet Home, Alabama, as I like to say, heading up to you in the Big Apple. All right, got you. Shooting energy from your feet up through the top of your head. Interesting. First of all, you look exhausted. Are you exhausted?
I was just on vacation. Great.
So you have to come home and rest from your vacation?
Yeah, no kidding, right? I started working a couple of days ago, and I'm not that exhausted. I just, I'm in my bit of a menopause and all that, but I'm not.
All right. You look exhausted. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to get your energy field to take a charge.
Yeah.
Your energy field looks like kind of a grayish color clay to me. I don't know what in the heck that is, but I'm going to get underneath it and see what's going on with that and see. Where were you on vacation?
I was in Maine, in close to, we were on the lake, close to Kittery,
Okay.
Lots of swimming. It was nice.
Did your hands start getting stiff when you were on vacation or before?
They were actually, I was there, actually I was going back and forth, and long story short, I was actually there on vacation when it started happening, and that was about a month and a half ago.
Okay.
But then I went back to the city, and we came back. We've been going back and forth a little bit.
All right. You're being exposed to something up there, some kind of toxin. So that's what I'm doing is
wow.
some kind of toxin. So what I'm doing is I'm flushing it out of your body right now. Drink tons of water and see if that's going to help you. But that's all I'm getting. I mean, it just looks like this clay, this kind of grayish clay. There's some toxin that you're being exposed to.
Would it be in the water? Because I swim a lot, like a couple hours a day.
Yeah, it might be something that you've been exposed to. So I would say
water, maybe.
Tons of water, drink tons of water, pee like a racehorse, go to the bathroom like every 20 minutes, every half an hour.
I do. I will drink a lot, yeah.
Yeah, and I would up your vitamin C and zinc and let your immune system really get boosted. So do 1,000 milligrams of ester C, Agata.
Yeah.
Ester C is the buffered kind.
I just took some yesterday and today.
I would do 1,000 of ester C and 50 of zinc, and I would do it 3 times a day.
Okay, so there's one thing. I've been trying zinc sulfate during the pandemic, and it messes up my stomach. Is there another zinc you could recommend? Because I was trying to do sulfate.
The one that I use is I just get it at Target, and it works great. So it's like 50.
like a Zycom or one of those.
No, it's just the Target brand of zinc. It's 50 milligrams. It's a little tablet.
Got it. Okay,
hopefully that will help.
50 milligrams.
Right.
Wow.
Okay. So try that 3 times a day. Hopefully that will help clear whatever it is out of your body that you've been exposed to.
Oh my God.
I hope you feel better.
Okay.
Thank you so much for calling.
Much, Julie. Thank you.
You bet. Take care.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Let's go to our next caller, and I believe it's Chuck. Hi, Chuck.
Hello, Julie.
How are you, sir?
Hi, Julie. I am doing good. How are you?
I'm terrific, thanks. Please tell everybody where you're calling from.
Southern Colorado.
And I'm sure things are lovely there.
They are. They're a bit warm, but the skies are mostly sunny, and the mountains are beautiful. So it doesn't get any better than that.
Wonderful. You got a quick question for me?
Yes. I I went to see my urologist, and I have a very high prostate level. Now, to give you 30 seconds of backstory, for 20 years I have been higher than normal, and they have biopsied me 3 times, and it's always clean as a whistle. When he does the digital exam, which he did 2 weeks ago, he said it felt fine, but he is leaning toward doing a biopsy because the prostate-specific antigen level is higher than it's ever been, and he just is leaning that way. So I'm wondering if you can check that little devil out and see how we're doing.
Absolutely. All right, so here comes my laser beam heading out to you in Colorado. Got you shooting at. Yeah, it looks your prostate looks inflamed to me. So inflammation, Chuck, looks like red fog on body parts. And I use anti-inflammatory energy to get it calmed down, which is a royal blue color. So let me put that on, and let's see if I can get underneath. Kind of like when you're driving on a foggy day, you can't see what's in front of you. You got to get out of the fog first. So that's what I'm doing and seeing what's going on. So they've told you have an enlarged prostate?
It is not. He said it feels like it's about the right size. Now,
okay. Well, hang on with me hang on. We're going to take a break. When we come back, I will take it up from here. Everybody, you're listening to the Ask Julie Ryan show. Stay with us. Show. I'm Julie, your host, and I'm thrilled you stayed with us. We're talking with Chuck in Colorado, and Chuck is having some prostate opportunities, I guess we would call them, right, Chuck?
Hey, that's an excellent way to put it.
That's what my husband calls problems. He calls them opportunities, which I think is a riot. I've been with them for so many decades now that it's kind of sunk in with me. But what I did during the break, Chuck, was I looked at your prostate, and it looks enlarged to me, which is what I think is making it look inflamed. So what I did was this procedure called a TURP, T as in turtle, T as in Tom, T as in turtle, I don't know where that came from. U as in umbrella, R as in red, P as in Peter. TURP. If you Google TURP, it's a procedure that urologists do all the time. And what they do is they kind of, this sounds awful, but it works great. They kind of shave part of the prostate off to make it smaller. And so that's what I watched happen energetically on you. And then the inflammation was gone, and hopefully that's going to help with your PSA.
All right.
I'm not seeing anything.
So the worst case scenario, there was no sign of cancer.
No, I was just going to say I'm not seeing anything malignant at all.
Okay.
It just looks enlarged to me.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
well, used to shaving my neck, that would be a whole new experience.
Well, the good news is if they decide to do that on you, you'll be asleep. They'll take you back to the 60s with the anesthesia, so you'll be good.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Julie.
Thanks for calling.
Much love. Thank you very much.
You too. Thanks, Chuck. Take care. Bye-bye.
You too.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, I always say take you back to the 60s, right, with the drugs. Okay, let's see who we have next. We have Michael next. Hi, Michael.
Hi, Julie. How are you?
I'm well. How are you, sir?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm a little bit north of that gentleman in Colorado, and I'm staring at a cloud that's 30 or 40,000 feet high that is filled with smoke because we have a massive wildfire. It's the number one wildfire in the nation as far as priority right now. That's only about 10 miles from me.
Oh, no. Are you guys going to have to evacuate?
Nope, the way the winds are supposed to work, we should be good for indefinitely. but it is close, and it is interesting to watch your temperament or your energy when you can see either flames or massive clouds of smoke.
Oh, my word. I just put a bubble around you and your whole complex. Because I know you have a big, I just put a protective bubble around you. My goodness. Okay, well, you be safe with that. Everybody, Michael's a big deal. Michael Sandler is who it is, and I got to be on his show recently, and it's all posted online. He's got a show called Inspire Nation. How many subscribers do you have on YouTube? It's like hundreds of thousands, isn't it?
On YouTube, I think we're at 140,000. We've got easily that many on our audio as well. So we get a good number of people on a daily basis.
You do. And we had so much fun when I got to be on your show last week. And then we did a YouTube live premiere thing, which was new for me. I'd never done that before. You're teaching an old dog new tricks. It was fun.
Yay, I'm glad you like it. It's a way for you or whomever's the guest and myself to interact with the audience. So I had a fun time with it. How about you?
Oh, yeah, it was really fun. And our interview was very wide-ranging when you were interviewing me. You really asked some interesting questions that I hadn't been asked before. And I'm on a lot of shows, and so a lot of the questions are the same, but you did a good job of really mixing it up, and we covered a lot of different topics, including this chicken that you found literally on the side of the road, right?
Well, he or she, and we're struggling with that one, is by my side about 2 feet away. The name is Ruru, and Ruru just sang for me just a moment ago. He's glued by my side when I'm outdoors. We're slowly introducing him to the kitties. He was after sunset one day. We're driving down a hill. It's kind of a tight, twisty, turny mountain highway, and a chicken ran across the road in front of us. And I started to ask Jessica, well, maybe we're going to find out, that's my wife, why the chicken crosses the road. And I pulled over to a safe spot, and I leapt across the highway when it was safe, and I talked to Ruru for about 15 minutes before he reluctantly let me scoop him up and take him into the Tesla, and away home we went.
Yeah, so you have a new pet, but when we were doing your show, you had my book open, and the chicken came and roosted on my book, Angelic Attendance, right?
Oh, absolutely.
That was wild.
He camped out. I was trying to read the book for the show, and instead he wanted to take a nap on it. He felt it had really good energy.
So then we were talking to the chicken telepathically, and we had a conversation with the chicken. So you need to listen to the show, you guys, because it's a riot. And then we cover lots of other topics as well.
I'm curious if you have any idea of the sex of Ruru and the age of Ruru. I am wondering what we have our hands on.
I think Rue is a girl because it doesn't look like a rooster. I saw her when you had pictures of her. So, and I guess she's 2. I guess she's a girl, and I guess she's 2. I guess you'll find out what her sex is if she starts laying eggs.
Absolutely. So it'd be fascinating if she's coming on an RV tour with us across the country. We're taking the show on the road, and I imagine she's going to be front and center. She, he, we respect whichever. She has started cockadoodle doing, which I'm told that some she's do if there's no male around. So we respect him, her, no matter what.
She's just a bossy babe.
I like it.
Cocky dude. Well, tell everybody about your show, how they can find it. Tell them about the topics that you cover and those kinds of things, so they can check you out.
So our show, they can find it InspireNationShow.com, YouTube.com/InspireNationShow. If you just type Inspire Nation anywhere, you'll find it. iTunes, Spotify, whatever your flavor of audio or video is, we are there. We interview people like Julie Ryan, amazing spiritual experts, authors, self-help people. Our goal is to help people up-level their lives, to take their lives to that next level, to raise their vibration. We call it to help people to shine bright. So almost everybody from a movie like The Secret has been on.
Okay, we're going to need to go to break, Michael, just for a second. Stay with us, everybody. You're listening to the Ask Julie Ryan Show. Michael, I'll bring you back for a couple minutes on the other side of the break. Welcome back to the Ask Julie Ryan Show. I'm Julie, your host, and we're talking with Michael Sandler here from the Inspire Nation Show. I got to be on Michael's show last week, and we had a blast. So, Michael, you were saying that you have on inspiring guests, and then we needed to go to break. So can you finish that thought, please?
Yeah, certainly. We have guests that help you raise your vibration, whether it's money, whether it's health, whether it's spirituality, angels, the works. And our goal is really to help people to shine bright. And so we've had at this point over 1,200 different experts, authors, leaders in New Thought movement, in spirituality, in self-help, in money on the show. And it's been phenomenal. I started the show, my wife and I started the show as a means of helping others, and it's really helped us in the process because we learn from each guest we have on the show as well.
Right. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us this evening. Tell everybody one more time where they can find you.
It is at InspireNationShow.com or YouTube.com/InspireNationShow or Inspire Nation Show on iTunes or whatever is your favorite podcast player.
There you go. All right. Well, you stay safe. I got you bubbled out there with the fire, and you stay safe. And thanks so much for joining us this evening.
Thank you, Julie. Keep on shining bright.
Okay. Take care. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye.
All righty. Let's go to Miss Amy next. Hi, Amy.
Hello.
How are you, girl?
I'm hanging in. I am in Florida right now.
Okay, terrific. What's going on?
I am having intestinal pain and some gallbladder function problems, but I'm not sure if it's the gallbladder or the sphincter surrounding it. And it's pretty important to know that.
Oh gosh! And you've been to the doctor?
Yeah.
And what are they saying?
My function is poor, but they will take the gallbladder out for anything. But if you take the gallbladder out and it's this other thing, then you end up with lifelong problems. So I was just trying to get your bird's eye view.
Yeah. Okay, so I've gone ahead and connected to you while you were talking, Amy, just to save time. And your whole lower abdomen, like from your waist to your hips, is just red. I understand why you're in pain. So let me calm that down. Just looks like red fog over those body parts. So I'm calming that down with anti-inflammatory energy. Let me see if I can get in there and see what's going on. I'm not getting this as your gallbladder. I'm getting this as more your intestines, that you've got some stuff going on in your intestines. So what I'm doing is I'm just kind of cleaning out everything. For lack of a better word, roto-rootering. I'm roto-rootering your intestines to get some old stuff that's been in there for a while out of there and see what's going on with that. There's a gut biome test, Amy. You may have heard me talk about it. If you email me, Julie at AskJulieRyan.com, I will send you a link for a little bit of a discount. Anybody else that's listening, if you want it, email me, Julie at AskJulieRyan.com, and I'll send you the link for it. It's really going to tell you what's going on in your gut as far as the ecosystem there. And food is really the best medicine. And it's super comprehensive. I talk about it a lot. It's really revolutionary. You don't need a doctor's order to do it. I would highly recommend you do that to find out what are going to be the best foods for you to eat, what are going to be the best foods for you to avoid. Has anybody talked to you about diverticulitis?
I have a little bit of it, but that hasn't been a huge problem. Yeah, I'm having more sort of upper quadrant pain. So that's
the energy's in your intestines from what I'm seeing right now is where the energy went, and those little pockets that are in there, that's what I'm seeing. So what I did was I just rinsed all of that out. You've got a bunch of old food, frankly, that's digesting, that's not moving very easily in there is what I'm seeing. So,
Okay. And I do have stones, but you're not seeing that.
I'm not getting that this is a gallbladder thing. I'm getting it's an intestinal thing.
Well, I trust you almost way more than the doctor.
No, don't trust me. If you're in pain, you need to go see the doctor. I mean, you can trust me, but I'm an adjunct to Western medicine as we know it. So,
I know.
I'm not. I can see the stones. I mean, it doesn't look inflamed to me. I'll go ahead and pummel them. So, and then rinse out the powder. I mean, what the heck? Well, I got you on my radar. Might as well.
And while you're at it, there's a little valve that lets the bile into the intestines. Would you look at that and have it not spasm, have it work as it should? Is there anything you can do for that?
Yeah, it's like an anti-reflux valve. I know all about those as an inventor. They've been on several of my inventions. They let things go in, but nothing come back. So yeah, I'm watching that get replaced. So I'm glad you mentioned that. But I'm getting this as an intestinal thing. Do the gut biome test. I think that's really going to help you heal your gut.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks for calling, Amy. I hope you feel better.
Thank you for your time. I hope I feel better too.
Okay.
And everyone
Take care.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. All right. Let's go to, I think it's Stan. I have Taylor Stan. Is it Stan Taylor or Taylor Stan?
That is me. That's actually my husband, but it's in his name, but it's me. Deborah.
Oh, good.
Hi,
Deborah?
Julie. So good to hear your voice.
Thank you. You too. You're Deborah?
Yes. I also just want to say before I ask your question, your little secret room is so cool. I love that message.
It's right. I know.
With the bookcase.
Scooby-Doo.
Oh, my God. It's going to be amazing.
It's a riot. It's just so cute.
It is.
And, and it's all carpeted and it's drywall and it's got air conditioning and heating in there.
I love it.
Electricity.
I
and
love it.
We added some more electricity stuff in there to handle the equipment. But, isn't that hilarious? So, he's married and he's grown and married and living in L.A. now. So,
oh, my God.
Mommy gets to take over the secret room.
It's going to be so fun.
Yeah. Where are you calling us from, Deborah?
I am in New Jersey.
Okay. Terrific.
So my question is about I'm living in my home now for a very long time, and I'm thinking of selling and moving, not that far, within an hour from here. And I just wondered if you're feeling any vibes of that's a good move, or should I stay or go? Kind of not sure.
I know the real estate market is really hot right now all over the country, I think, because interest rates are really low. So let's ask the spirits and beyond. Speaking of Prince Jonathan, my center of my universe, my son, when he was little, he used to say, Mommy, ask the spirits and beyond. So is it
love it.
Deborah? I know. Is it in Deborah's best interest to sell her home in the next, 3 months?
I would say about that, yes.
I get a yes before the question's even out. Yeah.
Great.
Do you want to move in the area?
That's what I'm thinking.
You want to move in the area or move elsewhere?
Pardon? I didn't hear you.
Where are you thinking of moving?
I'm thinking of moving towards the Jersey Shore.
Okay, so let's ask that.
I feel like I want to be near the water, and I think I need a change. I've been in my house for a really long time. And the funny thing is, I was always extremely, extremely attached to this home. And now, in the past month or so, I've lost the attachment, and I just feel like I need something, new and different. So. Well,
it sounds like you're being led to make this change. So let's ask: is it in Deborah and is it Stan? Is that your husband, Stan? Is it in Deborah and Stan's best interest to find a home closer to the Jersey Shore? How about that? And I get a yes, but I'm getting coming in, you be really careful because of all the mold issues with those homes. A lot of those homes were remediated after the hurricane, and a lot of them have mold issues. So be
yes, I will be
really,
careful of that.
really careful. There's a company, you want to go to their website, Deborah. It's called Home Biotic. It's like an antibiotic for the home, homebiotic.com.
Homebiotic.
And it's a bacteria that kills mold. It eats mold. And they have a test kit there. And you may want to get a hold of one of those just in case you need it. But be sure when you get an inspection on a new home, be sure that they really test it good for mold. Because I have several clients who moved out of their homes, and a couple of them were new homes. Well, they were homes that had been remediated after Sandy, and they made them sick. So be really careful with that.
Okay. Well, I'm not going that far down, so I think I should be okay. I did look at a few. I haven't gone in any homes yet, but I'm just sort of investigating the area and
looking online.
Yeah. So I'm going to go and now start looking in the homes and see what I like. I think I only really want to go if I find something that really speaks to me and I feel comfortable with.
Well, the other thing is you're going to know when you walk in how it feels. Pay attention to how it feels. If you have thoughts that feel bad, you're out of alignment. Only things that feel good act on. If you're feeling bad, you have a bad thought, you're out of alignment, you're trying to control the situation, don't act on that. Only act on things that feel good.
Go with your instincts.
Exactly. And then let us know what happens. It'll be fun to see what you come up with. And your husband's game for all of this as well?
Say again?
Your husband's game for moving?
Yeah, he pretty much is. And that was the other part of my question is sort of like, should I be moving by myself or with him?
No, with him.
I know that sounds kind of wacky, but
no, with him. Well, thanks for calling. We're going to go to break. Everybody, you're listening to the Ask Julie Ryan Show. Stay with us. Welcome back to the Ask Julie Ryan Show. I'm Julie, your host, and we're talking with callers from all over with their questions. And I've got somebody on my dashboard that's anonymous. So, hi, this is Julie. Who's this?
Oh, hi. This is Mason Custard from Dallas, Texas.
Hi, Mason. How are you?
I am well. Thanks for taking my call.
You bet. Got a question for me?
I do. So it's a health question. I have a cyst in. Do you want to know where it is?
Sure.
And I was wondering if you could tell me if it was serious or not. I'm probably going to have it removed. My ovary.
Okay. All right. And you're seeing your doctor, and your doctor's suggesting that you get it removed?
Yes.
Okay.
Pretty
and
immediately.
So your question about it is it malignant or not? Is that what you want to know, basically?
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Exactly.
Okay. So I've connected to you energetically in Dallas from Sweet Home, Alabama, just heading west on I-20. That's how my laser beam goes. It's funny how it follows highways if need be. And is it on your left ovary?
Right.
Okay. I'm seeing a cyst on your left ovary that came up first.
Okay, well, it's very small, the one on the left. There is a teeny one, yes.
Yeah, that's the one that came up first on my radar anyways, so let me get that off. And there's this little hot wire that I watch used, Mason, and it reminds me of a cheese slicer. You know, the kind that has a handle and it's got like a little thin wire. Yeah. You can take a big block of cheese and slice really thin slices. So it's like a hot wire. It cuts and cauterizes at the same time. I just watched that. On the left one, that came off. Okay, let me go over to the right one. The right one looks like it's fluid filled.
Okay.
The one on the left looked like it was all tissue, which is probably why my radar went there first. And sometimes I see cysts and tumors and things before they show up on PET scans even.
Okay.
So I just trust what I see because I've just been doing it so long. Even people go, no, I don't have one. And then a lot of times they'll email me back and they'll say, yeah, you were right. It did show up later. So, okay, so what I'm seeing on the left is it looks like it's fluid, has fluid in it. Is that what your doctor's saying?
No. So it's actually on the right. It's the right side is the one that's of concern, and it's 3 centimeters.
Yeah. That's where I am, on your right ovary. And
you are, because you said left. Okay. So,
yeah, the left one I just removed. I just removed the cyst on your left ovary. So now I'm on your right ovary.
Okay. Can you remove that one?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing now. And when these healings happen, Mason, what's taking place is the healing is happening on the energetic level, and then it will integrate into your body, and that can happen instantly. It can take days, weeks, months. It may need some kind of complementary care, like having surgery. Are they talking about scoping you? They're talking about doing a laparoscopy to remove this? Yeah. So when it's done on the energetic level first, that surgery is going to be a breeze because it's already removed. Yeah. So it looks like it has fluid in it to me.
Okay, but it's not necessarily it'll be there for them to remove, is what you're saying.
Well, sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. It just all depends on how your body integrates the healing. But I'm saying if it is, when you go have the surgery, it'll be a breeze.
Okay, well, that's very comforting. Thank you so very much.
You're welcome, and neither look malignant to me.
Okay, that was very helpful. Oh, you're so wonderful to help. I appreciate it so much.
You're welcome. Well, thanks for calling. Right. Good luck. It'll go smoothly.
Okay. Thank you, Julie.
Take care. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All righty. We've got another one that's a mystery caller. It just says wireless caller. Hi, this is Julie. Who's this?
Hello, Julie. This is Patty from Queens.
Bye, Patty girl. How are you?
I am fine. How are you? How's everything? I know you're in Alabama. How's everything in your area with the coronavirus? Are you safe and healthy?
Oh, yeah. Everything's good. We're all good.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything's
That's
good. Yeah. You're coming in looking like a secret agent tonight. Your name wasn't on my dashboard for some reason.
Yeah. But every time I used to call you, I used to say Patty from Queens, and you recognize, but you have a different thing now with the new system, with the new radio show. Maybe that's why.
I don't know. Anyways, well, you got a question for me? So nice to hear from you.
Yes. It's in reference to the coronavirus. Back in June, I saw online that an Italian doctor said that the disease, the corona, is starting to mutate to the point that it's going to be less, it will probably disappear before the vaccine, becomes available and is effective. And just recently I saw online something about how the states that got affected easily, like New York City, got hit the hardest first. People have built the immunity to corona, so there'll be less than people that get it. But the other states that opened, that wasn't hit hard, got hit hard because they opened the states, and now it's starting to go down. Now this person theorizes the same thing, that the virus is mutating to the point of be less poignant or less deadly than back in January. Do you feel this coronavirus is starting to disappear to the point, and do you think it will disappear before the vaccine is there? I'm an anti-vaxxer, so I don't want to get the vaccine. So I'm praying so hard that Donald Trump's wish comes true, that this thing disappears.
Well, first of all, yes, it is. I do believe that it is lessening in strength, and most viruses do in the summertime because sunlight and humidity lessens their strength. So that's number one. Number two, I think we're getting the herd immunity thing going on with people coming out of quarantine and moving around and, being with others. Even though they have masks on, we're still seeing that as well. So the vaccine, there's so many vaccines that are being put together. I think there's one in China right now that's available, or someplace.
Russia.
I want to say China. Is it Russia?
It's in Russia.
That was it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I think, Patty, pay attention to the number of deaths. You have the statistic I saw recently was you have a 99.96% chance of recovering if you get it. Those are pretty good odds. You got a better chance of dying from TB than you do from coronavirus. So I think you're good.
But do you think it will disappear before the? Do you think it will disappear before because of the herd immunity? You think by the time the vaccine comes, there will be like you have immunity, you don't need a vaccine?
I think that's highly probable. I think a lot of people are going to get the vaccine because it's just going to make them feel better, and they're just going to, they're going to do that. So thanks so much for calling, Miss Patty. I'm so glad to hear from you. Everybody, you're listening to the Ask Julie Ryan show. Stay with us. We'll be back after the break. Welcome back to the Ask Julie Ryan show. I'm Julie, your host, and I'm thrilled you could be with us this week. We do the show every Thursday night at 8 Eastern, 7 Central, and 5 Pacific. The call-in number is 712-775-7035, and the access code is 483-620#. Now, this information is available a whole bunch of different places. On my website at AskJulieRyan.com. It's in the show notes, anywhere that you download podcasts. And it's on YouTube. We're on Alexa, so you can find all those places. Subscribe, and please leave a review. We love to hear from you. I love to hear from you, and would love for you to leave a review. Also, call-in details on the night of the show or on the day of the show can be found on Instagram and Facebook at Ask Julie Ryan, and on Twitter at Ask Julie Ryan too. I always post something on the day of the show. While you're on my website at AskJulieRyan.com, be sure to sign up for my weekly newsletter. It's a question somebody has submitted online along with my answer, and you can also schedule an appointment with me there, and then we'll have a whole hour to talk about whatever you wish. On that newsletter, when it comes out each week, I have a little reminder. Okay, call into the show if you have a question. So everything you want to know about Ask Julie Ryan is found at AskJulieRyan.com. All right, this week we got a letter submitted from Amy, and Amy lives in St. Petersburg, Florida, and here's what she says. Hi, Julie. I have an urgent situation with my dog, Jack, a 10-year-old yellow lab. He was scheduled for orthopedic shoulder surgery yesterday, but it had to be canceled at the last minute due to elevated kidney levels. Jack's pain is so significant he can't walk without limping and can only walk a very short distance to go potty. I saw the pain in his eyes for the first time this weekend. Jack's arthroscopic bilateral shoulder surgery is to complete a very long diagnostic process to get at the root of his pain. He played Frisbee in the most extreme way, and she put in parentheses, running top speed, flying through the air, ... for most of his life until he started having orthopedic issues in his hind legs in 2018 and then in the front legs a few months later. We believe this is what caused the layers of injuries in his shoulders and possibly low back. Jack has kept me going literally through some really hard times. I will do whatever is necessary to take away his pain. Yesterday, I told him telepathically that it was okay if he wanted to cross over, and today, for the first time in his life, he's not following me around like my shadow. I wonder if that means his soul is ready. If he's able to have shoulder surgery, will it, along with injections and physical therapy, help him? Are we on the right track? I'd love to get a PET scan if you find you have any openings, and if not, I'd love to see what you get on your radio show. Thanks so much for reading and listening, Julie. Warmly, Amy. By the way, if you want to schedule a private appointment with me, I'm booked out for a couple of months. Go ahead and get on my calendar because people reschedule all the time. And you're going to get a confirmation email, and at the bottom of the email is going to have a little button that says reschedule. And then you can click on that when you think of it, and you'll be able to see what appointments have opened up. So don't let it stop you if you're thinking, oh my gosh, it's so far out. People reschedule all the time, and you can normally get in sooner if you just check that reschedule button. Okay, let's go back to Amy. Here's my response. Hi, Amy. Sorry to hear about your dog, Jack. It's so hard to watch our pets suffer, especially when no one seems to be able to identify what's causing the pain. In order to get some information for you, I first energetically connected to you and from you to Jack. When I got Jack on my radar, which means I got an image of him in my mind's eye, the energy went to his lower spine over his back legs. I saw, again in my mind's eye, what looked like bone spurs in his lumbosacral spine over his hips and back legs. That's just the back part of the spine on a dog. I also saw what looked like arthritis. To me, arthritis looks like whitish mineral deposits found on a leaky copper pipe. That's what it looks like in humans too. And interestingly enough, that's what it looks like in the operating room. Remember, I'm an inventor of orthopedic surgery devices sold throughout the world. And that's what it looks like, you guys, is it looks like that white crunchy stuff that you see on a pipe that has a little bit of a leak. I went on to say an energetic healing was done to remove the bone spurs and arthritis. Next, the energy went to Jack's left shoulder. It looked like he had a pinched tendon. I watched a healing perform that released the tendon. As for his problematic kidney function levels, did your vet tell you they didn't want to do the surgery because his kidneys may have trouble processing the anesthesia that would be used? I'm sure they'll have a protocol to help Jack with his kidney issues. In the meantime, I energetically flushed and gave his kidneys a tune-up. The most important thing for you to know is, right now, Jack isn't dying. His spirit is very much in his body. When I asked if Jack's shoulder surgery would be successful, I got a yes. When I asked if it would relieve his pain, again, I got a yes. When I asked if Jack would benefit from injections and physical therapy post-op, I got a yes for the third time. These answers tell me you are indeed on the right track and that Jack will recover from the pain he is now experiencing. Hope this helps and hope Jack feels better soon. So, by the way, I got an email from Amy after she read this on my blog, and she said the morning after I did the healing on him that he woke up, and she said he was like his old self. He was not walking without any pain at all, but she said that his eyes had cleared. She said there was a huge difference. So hopefully all that's going to help, and hopefully they can get Jack out of pain. So, Amy, thanks for that letter. I really submitting that question. If any of you want to submit a question, you just submit them on my site at AskJulieRyan.com. Okay, let's go back to the phones. Let's try Donna. Hi, Donna. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Oh, terrific. Tulsa. I was there in June. It's lovely. That was my first time there. It was actually.
I'm a transplant from Washington, so it's a bit different.
I bet. Well, I was impressed. I thought it was really lovely. I think the Oral Roberts University campus looks like a space station, though. Some of those buildings. Yeah. I drove by that. I was like, oh my gosh. It really is. Some of the architecture, I'm thinking, what, did they land from outer space and design these buildings?
I don't know, but they do have a spot that's called the Center of the Universe, up from the Guthrie Green building. So you go there and you can shout, and apparently it sounds really loud.
Oh, how funny. Well, maybe they do have space people that helped them design that. Well, do you have a question for me?
Yes. I have developed this cough, which when I talk a lot, as you can see, I have a hard time talking without coughing. So over the last year and a half, I've developed swelling in my legs and this cough. So I don't know, if it's environmental or, something's brewing that's not good.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So do you have a mold issue in your house by any chance? Have you had any water leaks?
Well, I live in an apartment. I've been here about a year and a few months, and I started a new job also in 2019. Mm-hmm. So I'm wondering if either of those buildings are an issue.
I'm getting that they are because I've got you on my radar while you were talking, Donna, just for time's sake, and I'm seeing mold in your energy field, so I'm clearing it out. And
Thank you.
and when there's mold exposure, and it's in like 50% of homes and buildings in America, let alone other countries that have really old buildings. You know, you go to Europe and we think a building here is
Right.
100 years old. We think, oh, it's ancient. Well, over there they got like 800-year-old homes. And so that's an issue. I would suggest doing the gut biome test that you may have heard me talk about. If you email me, julie@askjulieryan.com, I'll send you a link for a little bit of a discount. That's going to tell you what's going on in your gut, and it's going to, food is the best medicine for that. That would be number one. I would
agree.
do the gut biome test, because with the swelling in your legs, absolutely, that's something happening in your gut. And I think the cough probably as well. The other thing, too, is you may want to go to Dr. Andrew, his name's Heyman, Heyman, and he is a mold specialist. And just read his site. Andrew Heyman, MD. I've heard him talk several times, Donna, and he is so knowledgeable about mold. And mold is one of those things that often is a missing diagnosis. A lot of times it's Lyme is misdiagnosed. It's really a mold thing, and people are being treated for Lyme. So the first thing I would do would be gut. The second thing I would do would be go to just Google Andrew Heyman, MD. He's in Virginia. He's head of functional medicine at GW University, George Washington. And I think you'll learn a lot from him and see if some of your symptoms resonate. So thanks so much for calling. I hope you feel better. Everybody, you're listening to the Ask Julie Ryan show. Stay with us. We'll be back right after the break. Welcome back to the Ask Julie Ryan show. I'm Julie, and we're talking to people from all over who are calling in with questions. And our next caller is Sarah. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Julie. Hi.
How are you? I can hear you perfectly. How you doing?
Hi. Hi, I'm doing okay. Thanks for taking my call.
You bet. Please tell everybody where you're calling from.
I'm calling from Berlin, Germany.
Berlin, my girl. What time is it there?
It's like 3 a.m., but it's fine. It's so hot here, and we don't have AC here, so it's okay. So I'm like waiting for it to cool down a bit. Anyway,
all that fabulous German engineering, they need to get some AC in your building.
Yeah, but we don't. It's totally not common in residential buildings. We don't have it.
I lived in LA for a long time, Sarah, and a lot of people out there don't have air conditioning either, and they'd say, well, it really never gets this hot except, for 2 weeks out of the year when it's 120 and they're all sweating to death. So,
yes.
Yeah, well, good. Yeah. Well, thank you for being up so late. My goodness. How may I help you? You got a question for me?
Yes. So we had a very good personal session in 1 hour session in June.
Right.
Where we found out that the multiple issues just, have really weakened my body for the last 2 years are apparently due to yeast overgrowth and basically my entire body, my entire digestive system, and my bladder. And I have a twofold question, if that's okay. So first, I wanted to ask, I did the gut biome test, and it came back, and I was, my scores were so bad in every of the sections. I was in the lowest 17% of people. And basically everything was bad or wrong. So I'm wondering how that can be, because for my entire life, I had such a healthy nutrition, almost no sugar, only organic food, and so on. And will that heal as well? And how long is it gonna take? Because so far I don't notice any improvement yet from the nystatin. And the second question is my guardian angels, because I often go to angel readings who also referred me to you, which is how I actually found you. I mentioned that before. It's a really interesting
Tell that story again, Sarah.
Yeah,
Tell that story again real fast.
Okay, yeah, so I did. So I've been sick for more than 2 years, and I went to more than 30 doctors in 3 countries in total, in the US, New Zealand, and in Germany. Nobody could help me. I was really going crazy. And at some point, my angels really helped me a lot, but we still needed time to figure it out. And they gave us a name. They said Julie Ryan. So we researched you, the intuitive that I go to, and me, and then we found out that you actually exist and that you were a medical intuitive. And they said, go there, and she's going to be able to convey the medical information that you need. So,
isn't that a riot?
Yeah,
I'm so honored by that.
Yes.
My other favorite story like that is I had a client a couple of years ago, and I said, well, how did we get introduced? And he said, my grandmother told me about you. And I said, oh, please thank her. He said, well, she's been dead for 40 years. And I said, what? And he said, yeah, she appeared to me in a dream, and she said, call Julie Ryan. She can help you. And he said, I wrote your name down because I gave this pen and paper next to my bed, and he thought, who in the heck is Julie Ryan? And so he looked me up and he scheduled an appointment. So I love it when dead people and angels do my marketing. It's fabulous.
Yeah, I think that's a great confirmation.
I guess.
Yeah.
So anyways, so how are you feeling now?
Yes.
You're still feeling punky.
Yes, and the second part of the question was, so my last reading, we also did an etheric cleanse, and I got the information that apparently I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly, ileocecal valve, you know what that is malfunctioning or is lazy, and they said I should run that by you, whether why that is, if that is the reason for all this yeast overgrowth in my body, or is that just another issue? Yeah, so that.
Yeah, I think it's both. I think the yeast stuff is you're gonna get better. Stay on the nystatin. Stay with the food that is recommended for you to eat. And I know it's going to take some time. Listen, I had yeast overgrowth for the first 40 years of my life, and it took me probably a year easily to get my body to the point where it was feeling better. So that's number one. On your ileosacral valve, let me look at that and see what's going on. I mean, we can just replace that energetically if it's a problem. I do get it's a problem. Let me see. What I'm doing is I'm getting the yeast out of you again. You know, it takes a while for the body to heal, and I think we especially when we've felt badly for so long, Sarah, we just get to the point where we're so tired of feeling bad that we just want to be healed now. You know?
Yeah, I know. My angels keep telling me over and over again that I need patience, but it's really hard because I'm 25 years old and I've been sick now since shortly after my 23rd birthday.
Yeah.
And sometimes I have to sleep 14 hours and I can't even get up because my body's so weak.
Right. So the body has a tremendous capacity to heal. It's always going to do what it needs to do to return to homeostasis, which is health. And I believe that's what's happening with your body. It's just going to take some time. You know, think you've been sick for 2 years. Hopefully your body's going to heal in way less time than 2 years. But trust that it's all unfolding perfectly. Your body has a tremendous capacity to heal, and it will heal. On that valve, what I'm doing is I'm watching it get replaced energetically. And it, again, we talked about this earlier with somebody else who called in, which is, it reminds me of an anti-reflux valve, which I used in my autotransfusion device, which takes the person's blood that they bleed during post-op surgery and then, or during orthopedic surgery post-op, and then it puts their own blood back into them. And there's a valve that's called an anti-reflux valve that we used in the design to let the blood only go one direction. You know, we don't want it coming back. So I believe you're going to heal from all of it, Sarah. Thanks so much for calling in. You go to bed Everybody, you're listening to the Ask Julie Ryan show. Stay with us. We'll be back after the break. Welcome back to the Ask Julie Ryan show. I'm Julie, your host, and we're talking to callers from all over. We just had somebody from Berlin, Germany in the middle of the night, and all over America too. So let's go back to the phones. Let's try Denise again. Denise, hi, can you hear me? Hi, Denise.
Yes, I can. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great, thank you.
Terrific. Please tell everybody where you're calling from.
I'm from Buffalo, New York.
All right. What's going on up there?
Yeah. Well, me and my son, we just got back from a long walk, so we're feeling energized. But
good.
My question isn't for me, it's for my son. He's 11. Can he speak to you, Darian?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. He just had a pet that transitioned recently, and he wanted to see if you might be able to connect, but I'll give you to him.
Okay, thanks. Bye, Denise.
Thank you. Bye.
Hello.
Hi, Darian.
How are you?
How are you, sir?
How are you?
Good, thanks. Please tell everybody how old you are.
I'm 11.
11. Are you getting ready to go back to school here soon? What's your school system doing?
We're probably just gonna stay online. I don't know yet.
Okay. They're still trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, they said that they're gonna do maybe one day in class, one day out.
Mm-hmm. Well, that'll mix it up a little for you, huh? That might be better than just being bored at home. Good. Well, I'm sorry you lost a pet. Tell us about that.
Oh yeah, so like a month ago, my pet actually died, like my fish.
Oh. What was its name?
Paradise.
Paradise. Okay. What kind of fish was it?
A beta fish.
Oh. Was it one of those kind of bluish, blackish beta fish?
Yeah, it was like blue and green and red a tiny bit.
Oh. Like an exotic beta fish.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Terrific. Well, what's your question about Paradise?
So I was asking if you could help me, like, connect, like, 'cause I'm still mourning a tiny bit, so, like, if he has a message to me or something like that.
He's saying get another fish.
He's saying get another fish?
Mm-hmm. Get another fish. Get another fish.
Yeah.
He said,
Yeah,
he's saying that...
Sorry.
Say that again, Darian. What were you saying?
I was saying, yeah, my parents told me that we should get a new fish after we're done mourning.
Yep. He's saying time's over. Fish have a short shelf life, his words, meaning they don't last a whole long time. And he's saying get another fish and call it Cosmo. He thinks you should call it Cosmo. I don't know why, but that's the name that came in. Cosmo. So send me a picture of Cosmo when you get him or her. I don't know how you tell if it's a girl fish or a boy fish. I don't know about that. But send me a picture of Cosmo and I'll put it on my social media site so everybody can see your new pet.
Yeah, definitely. I'll show you my old pet too. The old one and the new one.
All right. Send them to me. Julie at AskJulieRyan.com and I'll post them.
All right. Well, thank you.
Okay. You bet. Thanks for calling. Take care. Bye-bye.
Yeah, you too. Bye-bye.
All right. Let's go to, it looks like Sean. Hi. Is it Sean? Hi,
yes,
Sean.
Yes. Hello, yes.
Hi. Can you get me off speaker, please?
Okay. No, you're on the regular phone.
Okay, then can you mute the radio part?
Wait, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Do you have me streaming on the internet? I can hear myself in the background.
No, it's just on a regular phone.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on a regular house phone. And it's my husband, Sean. I'm Denise.
Hi, Denise.
Hi.
Well, thanks for calling. You got a question for me? First of all, where are you calling from?
Jackson, New Jersey.
Okay. I don't know why I'm getting the feedback here. Okay, you got a quick question for me?
Yes. I've been having like some chest pain. I just want to make sure it's not my heart or my lungs.
Oh my. All right. Did you go to the doctor? Have you gone to see somebody?
Yes, and the CAT scan showed I had pneumonia like 3 months ago, and the CAT scan showed that it was healing, but I don't feel like it's healing.
Okay.
I also had the COVID.
Okay, I'm gonna put you on hold here for a second, and then I'm gonna tell you what I'm getting from the scan, so we don't get the feedback. So I'm just gonna put you on mute here, but then I'll come back. All right, so here comes my laser beam heading up to you in New Jersey. All right, got you. Let's see. I'm not seeing inflammation, Denise, but I'm seeing like leftover cloudiness in your, especially your left lung. And so what I'm doing is I'm clearing that out. And I think it's residual just from the infections that you had going on. So let me look at your heart real fast and see. Your heart looks okay. I think this is lung related. I think you're still healing from the I'm getting you off mute here.
Yeah.
I think you're still healing from the pneumonia and the COVID. So hopefully that will help. Is the left, you were saying you were worried about your heart. Is it on the left side of your chest that's bothering you more than the right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
it
where
is.
the energy went. So I've removed that, and you've got some cloudiness in the right side too, but the left side's a lot worse. I would go see the doctor again on this, Denise. Don't mess around with that. Just go get another X-ray and let them look at you and see what's going on.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for calling. Hope you feel better.
Okay. Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye.
All righty. So let's go to Larice next. Hi, Larice.
Oh, yay. Hi, Julie. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Good, thank you. I'm in Los Angeles, and
Okay,
I'm calling
terrific.
about my kitty cat, Sally.
Okay.
I'm wondering what's going on with her hips. I live on the second floor, and she comes upstairs fine, but when she goes down, there's a definite problem in one of her hips. It seems to me, 'cause sometimes she hops like a bunny, so.
Is it her back right hind hip that seems to be
I'm
bothering
not sure
her?
which one she favors, tell you the truth.
Okay, that's what I'm seeing. I went ahead and connected to you, Larice, and then I connected to Sally from you, and it looks like it's her back right leg. Okay, where are you in LA?
Pasadena.
Okay, and you've taken her to the vet?
No, she wouldn't go. No. She won't go.
She won't go to the vet?
She won't go in a box. She won't go. No, it would flip her out. I was just wondering what I could do for her, or if she needs anything, if she's in pain. I want to know how I can help her.
Yeah. Well, what I'm doing is it looks like she's injured her back right hip joint. I don't know what you call that on a cat, but you know what I'm talking about, the hip joint on the back right side. So what I'm doing is she's favoring it because it hurts to put anything on it. That's why she's jumping. And so I put some anti-inflammatory energy on it to hopefully help the pain with that. It's almost like she pulled a tendon or something. And so I'm applying some stem cell energy on that right now, Larice, to help that heal. Kind of like if you pull a tendon or something and you want to hold your leg up because it hurts when you stretch it out. Does that make sense? That's what I'm getting with her. So I believe she'll heal. I think, if you can't take her to a vet, I don't know that you have a whole lot of other choices for that. Carry her. Will she let you carry her?
No.
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 Okay.
No, we're friends, but she likes her space. She was feral, and so I take care of her. I feed her, but she's mostly an outdoor cat, and she'll come and hang out with me for a minute or two, but that's about it.
Okay.
She wants to be near me, but not touching me.
You're like the cat whisperer. I love
She's my friend.
Well, hopefully that will help.
I appreciate it. Thanks so much.
Okay. Thanks for calling. Take care.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, let's see who's next. I've got somebody who's anonymous again. I got all these anonymous people tonight. Hi, this is Julie. Who's this? Hi.
Hi, Julie.
Can you hear?
Are you possibly talking to me, Julie?
I am. Did you hear it? Yes, I am. Did you hear the system say you're now unmuted? That's your clue.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, what's your name?
My name is Debbie.
Hi, Debbie. Where are you calling us from?
I'm calling from Minnesota.
Okay, terrific. How are things up there?
Good. A little bit hot. I wasn't out much today, but definitely warm and sticky.
Yeah, all right. Well, you got a question for me?
I do. I was wondering if you could do a scan. For about the last 6 years, I've had kind of a pain, discomfort on my left side when I'm in a sitting position. And I was wondering if you could maybe give me a little bit more insight as to what it could be. I've been to the doctors, had tests done, and nothing seems to come up with anything, but it's definitely very uncomfortable.
Okay, well, here comes my laser beam from Sweet Home, Alabama, up to the Twin Cities. I assume are you near Minneapolis?
I'm about an hour and a half from there. I'm actually more in the Mankato area.
Okay, all right. Well, got you. So when you're sitting, it's like the left side of your body gets kind of crunched a little, is what I'm seeing. Debbie, stay with us. We're going to take a quick break, and I'll come back to you after the break. Everybody, you're listening to the Ask Julie Ryan show. Stay with us. Welcome back to the Ask Julie Ryan show. I'm Julie, your host, and we were talking with Debbie from Minnesota before the break. And Debbie, you were saying that you have pain on the left side of your body when you're in a sitting position. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. So it's almost like your body is collapsing a little bit on the left side. Is it uncomfortable just while you're sitting, is what you're saying, right? Is it uncomfortable when you're sitting, period,
usually
or just
when I'm,
like in...
Yeah, well, sitting in the car, sitting at work, just basically in any sitting position. If I'm standing, I don't really feel it, and it's not any problem for me. I mean, to put a description to it, it feels like there's a giant ball on the left side of my, stomach area underneath my left breast.
Interesting. Okay. What I was doing over the break, Debbie, was I did a chiropractic adjustment on you, an energetic chiropractic adjustment. And have you been to a chiropractor?
I have in the past. I don't know necessarily once this started if I've really seen one. Well, I guess I have a couple times, but it didn't really seem to help.
I would try that again. You look to me, when I watch an energetic chiropractic adjustment happen, you're what I call a twisted sister. You're a twisted sister a little bit. I think it's a skeletal thing, because when I watch a chiropractic adjustment happen energetically, that normally tells me if you go get one, it's going to help. And it may take more than one, especially if it's been going on for a while. But I watched you do that. The other thing I got, and you're going to laugh when I tell you this, do you do yoga by any chance?
No, I don't.
Have you ever done it?
I know I should. A couple times, but I know it's something I should be doing.
I'm getting that it can really help. I would go see a chiropractor, and then I would, my gosh, there are millions of yoga things on YouTube, and you can buy all kinds of tapes and stuff, but there are a lot of them are for free on YouTube, and I think probably on some different networks too. I would imagine Netflix or other formats that you can stream. But that's what I got. I watched you get adjusted chiropractically, and then I saw you doing yoga stretches. So you may want to try that in your home.
Yeah, I've had the feeling that it wasn't serious, but I was concerned that it's been so long that it could become something serious. So I was just curious as to what you might have seen.
I think you're a twisted sister, and once you get adjusted and you start doing yoga, you're going to be as flexible as Gumby. Do you remember Gumby when we were little?
Yes. Yes.
You're going to be like a Gumby girl.
All right. Well, I will give that a try, and maybe that's my ticket. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks for calling. You bet. Take
Yep.
care.
Have a good night.
Bye. You too. Bye. All right. Let's see who's next. Hi, this is Julie. What is your name? Hi. 224 area code. 224 area code. Can you hear me? There you go. 224 area code. Hi. Well, I guess not. Okay. Let's go to somebody from the 301 area code. Hi, this is Julie. Who's this?
Well, hello, Julie. This is Iris. I am pleasantly surprised and happy, very happy.
How are you, girl?
I'm doing wonderful. I'm still in the Gaithersburg, Maryland area.
Yeah.
And the question I have this evening is regarding a family member that I love so much, and I want to help, but I'm not 100% sure that they're doing the right thing and that they could potentially get me in trouble from housing them, because I don't want, if they're doing anything illegal, I don't want it to come to my home. I don't want the police or anything. So I was just wondering if it's in my best interest to allow this person to stay in my home.
Okay, what's her name? You can just give me first name.
Begins with we call her Kay.
Okay. So is it in Iris's best interest to allow Kay? Who is Kay? Is she a friend or a child or a granddaughter or a relative?
She's a relative, yes.
Okay. Is it in Iris's best interest to have her relative Kay stay with her in her home? I'm getting a no before the question's even out. So
Wow.
I think your intuition is right on target with that. I get what came in after the no was that she will just bring heartache into your home. That's exactly what I got in my head. She'll bring heartache into your home.
I'm going to tell her dad that tonight.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Is she living with her dad now?
No, she's with me.
Oh, okay. So she's been living with you for a while?
For about a couple months. I actually helped raise her, actually. And I was told that she's not doing the right thing out there. And, I'm concerned about my household and my mom, and it's just going to be really hard to tell her she's got to go, and I don't want her to make a scene or anything.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm getting, Iris. So.
Wow.
I think you already knew that before you even called in, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Oh.
You just wanted some confirmation on that. Yeah, it came through really fast,
Absolutely.
even before the
Without a
question was
doubt.
out. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good luck.
Well, it's so wonderful talking with you. Thank you so much.
You too. Thanks for calling. Take
All
care.
right.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.
All right, we've got somebody. Hi, this is Julie, 224 area code. What's your name?
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Bonnie.
Hi, Bonnie.
Hello.
Where are you calling us from?
A suburb of Chicago, Skokie, Illinois.
Oh, you know what, Bonnie? Bonnie, I am out of time. Can you call back next week and you'll be the first one I take next week. I'm so sorry we're out of time, but thanks to everybody that called in. Thanks for listening. Please call back next week. Take care, everybody.
Thanks for joining us. Be sure to follow Julie on Instagram and YouTube at Ask Julie Ryan, and like her on Facebook at Ask Julie Ryan. To schedule an appointment or submit a question, please visit AskJulieRyan.com.
This show is for informational purposes only. It is not intended to be medical, psychological, financial, or legal advice. Please contact a licensed professional. The Ask Julie Ryan Show, Julie Ryan and all parties involved in producing, recording, and distributing it assume no responsibility for listeners' actions based on any information heard on this or any Ask Julie Ryan shows or podcasts.